Send this to HR. Hello, I am your lovable yet diabolical host, Primo. To my left,
Curious and always charismatic, Apollo.
And this is just right now. I'm just heated right now. Okay.
what's going on? See,
we are talking about the Will Smith fiasco from yesterday.
Who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
And let me preface by saying this. Will Smith, I do love you. And the actor side, you're such a great actor. Honestly, you're in my top 10 if I'm keeping a buck. But I lost all respect for me yesterday. Let me explain. First, you are what?
Wait. Question. Top 10 in like actors wise, or like all time wise, or like including actresses? Like top 10? What are we talking about?
yeah, just make
Like
a
quick clarification, because it's just like
I have to know.
I was curious, like you said that I was kind of bold. I was just like
okay, top 20 actors all time.
You're
top
going
10.
Whoa. You need to go forward. Yeah, you need to go forward. Yeah, why are we going back?
There's some really great actors.
There's we're not gonna go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
A different time for a different day. But right now, I'm talking. All right. I'm sorry. Let me just get this out the way, and then we can talk about the actors. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Will Smith on national television. Okay, let's just start with the elephant in the room. Yes, I understand that he said a joke about your wife and you had to defend him. Cool. I get that. But from a brother to a brother, you couldn't say that on the commercial? You couldn't walk up to him and say, hey man, I really don't appreciate those jokes. Can you lay off of it? A brother to a brother, you can't really do that. What I'm more mad about is I guarantee you, if Jimmy Kimmel was hosting the show, you wouldn't have done that. I guarantee you. Why? Because you've been sent to jail moments after. Moments. And there will be nothing. Like, there will be no, nothing. You've been sent to jail. You were so comfortable to walk up to another black person and slap him. And that's why I don't get. Why are we doing this to black people? You want to do it to a black girl. You want to do that to a black girl. You definitely want to do that to a white guy. And you definitely want to do that to a girl. So why are we just doing it to black people? Or let me specifically, black men. Why?
That's because that's the culture that we breed in.
Exactly. And people are just like on Twitter, like because I didn't watch the Oscars. I get on social media and people are plotting it. Does that even make any sense? And it's majority black girls. And I don't understand. Why are you doing this? It doesn't make sense. And I seen on the after party, you're laughing with your kids saying, oh yeah, I slapped him. Huh? I'm sorry, you lost respect. Like, you're lucky Chris Rock does not press charges. That is the most easiest bag I have ever seen. Literally the easiest bag. Minimum $1 million. A minimum. And that's just straight off your pocket, not including your lawyer fees. Like, bro, I just don't understand what was going through your mind. Like, that was not the right move. And now you just confirmed the stereotype of Black males. They're violent. If you can do that to another Black male, imagine what you can do to a white male or white girl. Like, you just confirmed the bias. Excellence, literally. You're building.
Okay, so say that last line again back, because you cut out a little bit on that one. Say that last line back.
You're building a dynasty. You're Black excellence. And you chose to do that on Oscars? Not to mention, you're ruining a Black producer's dream. If you didn't know, there was another person named Will who is the producer, and he's Black. And you just ruined his moment. And you're not even apologizing about it. Like I said, you're laughing about it with your kid.
To be fair, I'm just gonna put in the facts. He did apologize to the Academy on live television. Say that line again. Hold on, your mic.
You're breaking up.
There you go.
You need to personally apologize to the Black producer named Will Packer, I think. Because you just ruined his moment. His moment is up in flames because of you. We're not even talking about Ukraine anymore. All over the news, we're talking about you slapping another Black guy. Like, there are more important issues, milestones, but it's derailed because of you. I'm sorry, you lost all my respect. And you are one of the greatest actors I've ever seen. But you just lost all my respect. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm gonna take the floor. I'm gonna come from a different perspective. This one has been annoying me. Partly because of the response, but the responses half funny, half like a little like shaking. But I only say that because for me, I'm watching Will Smith on live television have a mental breakdown. But no one's talking about that. Everyone should talk about the slap because he slapped him. Made me think multiple times, what if we replaced Will Smith with Kanye and that was Kim Kardashian? Kanye got an Oscar for Genius and he went up there and slapped the nigga. He's a lunatic and he probably would have got arrested. He's a lunatic, right? Like, he needs help. This man, Will Smith, slapped Chris Rock, went back to his seat, started sobbing, got pulled aside by Denzel and Tyler Perry to try to talk him down. He was crying during that. He walked him back to his seat, still crying, pulls out a napkin to clean his tears, sits down and continues to cry. Gets his award, cleans his tears, goes up there, breaks down again. He talks about how he has to be a protector, how he's had trouble separating the character of King Richard. Because if you watch King Richard is like a very like, my girls can do anything type dad. Like very like, he would probably do the same shit except he'll probably sock the nigga. You feel me? Like it's like the very same essence. He's been having trouble separating it. And he's gotten really like close to the idea like he has to protect his family. He has to protect this. And he's like breaking down, and like we're gonna talk about Twitter. Obviously, Twitter is like the majority of it's applauding it. And it's so confusing to me because I'm like, this man is having a mental breakdown because he keeps talking about all the people he has to protect. And he's literally breaking down in front of us on live television. Meanwhile, no one is protecting him. No one, at least not publicly. But that's what actually matters. people can say, oh, the publics don't matter. The publics absolutely matter. I'm gonna be real with you. Now, I don't know what's going on in the ethics of Jada and Will's marriage. I'm just a random nigga in the DMV. I have no say in that shit. I don't know what the fuck goes on, and I don't know how everything went down. I don't. I'm gonna pull out the facts that I looked up prior to it. Don't get your news from here. If you do, God have mercy on you.
Look up everything.
Always look up everything. If there's one thing you take from here, this show, this brown table talk, damn it. Look up your own shit. Stop doing that shit coming to us trying to learn about some news, learn about geopolitical events and shit, motherfucking climate change. Nigga, that's not the point. But still, like, I don't know what's going on in the ethics of their relationship. However, one thing I do know is Will Smith has repeatedly came out and said, don't talk about my wife like this. He stood by her throughout all the things that's happened. I personally went back to see if I could find something. Jada didn't really have a moment after the entire August Alsina thing and everything when she just like, don't disrespect my husband. That's my husband. I stand by him. Like, don't disrespect him on that shit like that. You feel me? And it's like, granted, she could have said that in private. That's usually, it's probably going to argue. I'm probably going to hear. But like, to me, it's like, but Will is getting crucified publicly. Like, it's just him. All the jokes are being taken at him for everything that's happened over the 2 years. Chris Rock was a water drop in the bucket that tipped over. He absolutely was. Who filled the bucket up? Who filled the bucket up, Chris? Who filled the bucket up? Who filled the bucket up, bro? Over the past 2 years, we've seen this nigga slowly, surely but slowly, have a breakdown. Do we not remember when he was crying on his Instagram? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, right? He was crying on his Instagram, talking about life is really hard. This has been a slow step for him, like towards insanity, up until the point he walked up to a presenter, not the host, a presenter of the award he later got, and slapped him on live television. And now he goes home. He deleted all his socials, but I'm sure he's going to hear from his publicist like, oh yeah, like people think that you're a real nigga. Let me hear. People think that you're a real nigga. People are applauding you for what you did. People are like, oh yeah, defend your wife. Yada, yada, bang, bang. Bro. So, I just have to put this out here, bro. I, as a man, am not going to put my girl in a position where she has to fight. The least a girl can do is put me in a position where I have to fight. Right? I'm not talking about this in this situation because Chris Rock did take a low blow. That was a low blow of a joke. So I'm not taking that in this situation. I'm saying that in the entire Will Jada saga and all.
Can I say something about that real quick?
What? He didn't know.
It is, okay, don't get me wrong. It is a low blow. I am admitting that. However, there has been worse jokes to worse people in worse conditions. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little perspective. You can't say how much something. I mean, I'm just saying. At the end, I'm just saying there are worse jokes that can be said to other people, but everyone has a different story for everything.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Their own way of saying things. So you know what I mean? Like it affects everyone differently. So you can't say like. I mean,
yeah.
So just keep that in mind because
you're right.
They be saying like when people be going through things, their partner is the first one that sees everything, that consoles them, is there for them, and everything like that. So to a certain degree, I feel like people have to keep that in mind too. I mean, granted, what Will Smith did was a little over exaggerated, and he didn't need to do that on live television. Like you said, he could have gone after a commercial and be like, "All right, you need to chill. You know, you need to come back. You can't do that about my wife." You know what I mean? That should have been the more appropriate thing. But at the end of the day, these different things that people are going through, you know, sometimes maybe the joke has gone a little too far, you know, and sometimes, like Mike said, that one drop, boom, now you're in a fight with somebody you don't even know. That's how some people get in fights. Like, you know how some people just get pushed in a party and they're like, bro, I've been pushed too many times in this party. One more person pushes me, I'm gonna fight him. One more person pushes me, I'm not gonna fight. And now we're like, why are you in a fight, bro? Why? It's just one person.
You're right. You're 100% right.
I have to say, I love that take, but I absolutely disagree with it.
But
because
finish your thought, Mike. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
this was a carry on of my thought. Chris Rock is a comedian. Dave Chappelle is a comedian. Kevin Hart is a comedian. Richard Pryor is a comedian. Eddie Murphy is a comedian. Martin Lawrence is a comedian. What funny ass comedian show have you watched where a group of people were not attacked? Tell me the special that you have watched where a group of people or people who do certain things were not attacked and or teased at the expense of that joke. He came for her because her head, she has alopecia, right?
Which is not life-threatening, which I checked.
Which it's not life-threatening. However, it does make you lose hair. It makes you insecure and affects how you look. I've heard wait, let me finish. I've heard hella bald jokes. Niggas are very insecure about their hair to the point where they even wear a fucking toupee, to the point where they even get a hair surgery procedure for tens of thousands of dollars. We're just as insecure as well. However, this is just opinion, so don't take it and run with it. However, if the same joke, say Will Smith was bald, shaved the shit bald for whatever fucking reason, and she had long hair, and the same joke was made about Will because he showed up to the Oscars bald, is she walking up on stage to slap him, including the prior shit that he said in 2016, which he has said prior shit in 2016, which could have also pissed him off about that? Do you think that Jada Smith is walking up on stage to smack him? If the roles are reversed and Will Smith was the one in the entanglement, and Will Smith was the one that had the red table talk, and Will Smith was the one who said that he did not know how to love a person, and he still misses his ex and has 3 kids with you, and that joke is made about Will Smith, and you go up there and slap, so let's say a female host, is the black women Twitter not gonna call her a clown? They will call her a clown for that. They'd be like, why are you taking this nigga back? Why are you accepting this nigga? Why are you dealing with this nigga shit? But then, what we would say, because I'm going to be honest, I had to look at both sides of the coin. What we would say is, well, we don't know the ethics of their relationship. We don't know what had occurred for them to be together, which is why I'm saying the same thing. I don't know what has occurred for them to stay together, but it has worked. And I commend you for it. However, I don't think this has to be a part of it. I don't think this has to be what you have to do to show to your partner that, hey, I'm standing by you and I'm trying to protect you, because that's what it comes down to, right? So why do I have to go up on live television to slap him and then yell, don't talk about motherfucking wife's name and shit? You feel me? If anything, if I'm that heated about it and I know I want to slap a nigga, like there's no holding back the nigga moment that's in me. There's a nigga moment in all of us. You can't tell me otherwise. There's no holding back that nigga moment that's in me. I'm gonna slap him during a commercial break. Therefore, no, everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, what happened? You're not gonna see it, maybe a phone recording or some shit, but you're not gonna see it on live television. You're not gonna see his reaction, say, oh wow. You're not gonna see me after say, keep my wife's hand out your motherfucking mouth. You're gonna see me doing a commercial break. So I can protect our image, meanwhile showing you a bitch for saying that about my wife. However, this brings me back to the point that like, I don't know the ethics of their relationship, but at some point along the lines, the man has felt to a point that this is how I have to defend my woman's honor, because that's what it comes down to, which leads me back to him breaking down. I'm like, there is more at play than we understand what's going on. And we really brushed off the entire, like, oh, he won his first Oscar. Oh, he slapped and won his next Oscar in 10 minutes. That's so amazing. Did we not watch the speech? Did we not watch him have trouble and panting while trying to get through the speech? And then go back and sit down and continue to cry. So we're just not going to we're not going to look into that. Who was the last actor that you remember who had trouble separating himself from the character? Can y'all by any chance tell me who that is?
Robin
Williams, Heath Ledger. Like, I'm like, I don't think like these are like serious issues. Like this, like people have killed themselves over not being able to separate themselves from the character. Not saying that Will Smith is still portraying those characters' characteristics, but taking on the entire toll of like, I have to carry this all on my shoulders is something, even though it's on a macro scale for him, I can relate to because I'm a Black man. And there's shit that I have to go through too. And there's people I want to smack as well, but I can't smack because I have a reputation to obtain. And if I smack them, then all validity on the work that I do gets replaced by me slapping someone. I learned that when I was a young kid in elementary school, when some white kid came up, slapped my ass, and then I slapped him and called him gay wad. Granted, I did not know gay was an offensive term at that time. I was in elementary school, so please forgive me for that. I didn't know my mouth. But I got suspended for that shit. And I maintained the reputation that, oh, you mess with him, you're gonna get a fight. Until like I literally left that school system. Literally. That shit walked with me, bro. And that was not the person who I am. I was a child. I was literally violated. But because of the reaction I had, that shit was stamped on me, bro. And I'm like, that shit happens all the time with us. It happens as we grow up. It's really easy for anger to take over your spirit. You know what I mean? It's really easy. But I feel like what makes it so special as a culture is we have so much shit to be pissed off about. We have so much shit to be pissed off about as a culture entirely. Hundreds upon hundreds of years, thousands, if you want to include what actually happened on the continent of Africa, of frustration over the shit that's happened. That's just facts. It's a marvel to society how we're able to remember all of that, meanwhile carrying on with our days. It's a talent. It's a lot of stress. I understand that. But bro, you need, behind every Black man, my mom always told me is a stronger Black woman. I don't know how strong Jada is behind him at home, but in public, it does not look strong. People are saying, oh, we better not. Apollo said, we better not hear one more thing from Jada.
Oh, bro, because you have to think about it like this, right? Will Smith, in everyone's eyes right now, Will Smith did the ultimate man thing. You know, you talked about my wife, whoop your ass. I'll show you not to mess with my family. You know what I mean? But then it comes down to, all right, now Jada, let's sit down here. You had all this shit with August Alsina, all these allegations. You said, even quoted saying, I don't even know what love is. I want to know what love is at the end of the day. When I leave this earth, I want to know what love is. You do all these things. And then you say, oh, you know, I miss Tupac. While Will was still there, while Will was going through all this stuff. And now Will Smith, live television, finally defended you, finally showed you what was up. If there's anything else that comes out with Jada doing anything else to hinder Will Smith in any sort of way, then at this point, Will's gonna look like the dummy that everyone told him about after that August Alsina thing. Because at that point, it's just like, what more do you want from Will? He's a protector. He's trying to be a lover. He's trying to be a family man. He's trying to do all these things for you.
And he's a world-renowned actor.
And
World-renowned, all time.
He gets crucified every day on Twitter. Every time there's a joke made about Will Smith, you know who it's pertaining to.
And then it's like, you're sitting here and you're not going to, you know what I mean? Like,
but that's why I always preface internal. I don't know the ethics of your relationship. You can get the most support you ever get internally. Publicly, you are getting crucified. Like, it's almost hard to be on. So I don't know how it's possible for you to be on social media and not see the constant jokes. You feel me? Like, I just think that it's really, listen, whatever happened. It's cool. I'm gonna try to dwell too much on what this does for us culturally. We just have to keep on keeping on. That's what we've been doing. That's how we always been doing it. But the only thing that for me worries me going forward from this situation, those two made up. Cool. He didn't press charges. Cool. Will Smith is one of the world's most renowned actors. His legacy is not stained. I'm gonna be honest. Cool. However, this first Oscar is always going to be attributed to this biggest moment, arguably, as an actor, is going to be attributed to this. That is fact. His mental breakdown goes overlooked. That is fact. And publicly, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just on the wrong side of Twitter. So I'm just on the wrong side of Twitter. Maybe on the wrong side of YouTube. But I don't see much of the public support that Jada should be giving him just as a wife, public, just to let them know, like, that's still your husband. You know what I mean? Like, don't slander him and disrespect him off anything that you say on Red Table Talk because you just talk about you feel me? Like, but I don't know. I don't know. It just looks like he's taking on a lot of pressure. He has a new show, Bel Air, out. It's a fucking smash. Heard. I gotta get Peacock, pause. Gotta watch that. He just dropped King Richard, won an Oscar off that. He has a TV show on Apple Plus about how he lost hella weight, lost like 50 pounds. He's probably trying to do that. He had a breakdown in the middle of it because he didn't feel like he can do it. He felt unhealthy. Said COVID had a hard thing on him. Then that came out. Then him and Jada's most time they've been together, like ever, just trapped in a place. That was interesting. You know what I mean? But like, it's like we'd be lying if we said there hasn't been multiple instances where we could be like, I hope Will's okay. I promise you, the average person probably think, oh, Will's emotional. Will's emotional. He'll be fine. Like, it's dismissed, obviously, but I'm only bringing it up because I've been there. Like, I just been there, and I don't know what to say, bro. I just hope that he gets the help that he needs. He's not, because he's getting applauded for it. So you're kind of giving him positive reinforcement. Nothing's gonna change, but I just hope that maybe I'm wrong. I just hope that family keeps being supportive. I don't know how supportive they are behind doors, publicly as well. I hope they all laud with him together. I hope the time he takes off social media really helps him get his head right. I hope he truly understands what he did and the amount of people that he hurt by it, not just himself, but the people who are also in production with that movie. And I hope he comes back and recognizes what he did was not the best course of action. Facts. And I hope his family is right behind him. That's it. That's all I ask for, because that'll let me know he's in good hands. Like, he'll be okay. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got to say on that situation, bro.
Any thoughts, Christian? Any last thoughts?
For Chris Rock, honestly, I think he just understands that. I think as a comedian, I think you also understand, like I said before, that sometimes you say one too many jokes, and sometimes it just makes a bad outcome. You flip the wrong coin, you know what I mean? You get the wrong outcome. So I think he understands that. I think that's why he went on the show for Charlemagne, said he didn't know, and then didn't press charges, because at the end of the day, he didn't know that the girl had alopecia. Whether that's true or false, we don't know. I'm taking his word that he didn't know at that time. So he didn't know, so he's just gonna move on. I would at least swing back or something, but that's Chris Rock. We can move on from that. For Will Smith, like Mike said, I hope he gets the support he needs, and I hope he gets the clarity that he requires, because at this point, breaking down that much, like Mike said, when you break down as a Black man, we all know it takes a lot for us to cry, especially like in a public setting in front of everybody. Like, showing emotion is very vulnerable. So showing that much emotion, even to the point of him slapping Chris Rock, is something that needs to be recognized and needs to be pointed out. So I appreciate, Denzel, Tyler Perry, and even Bradley Cooper going up to him, talking to him, hugging him, making sure he's good, making sure everything's straight. So I hope he just continues to get that type of support and love from all the people that he appreciates. And I just hope he gets past this, honestly. And then for Jada, like I said before, one more thing. That's it. Like, no, one more thing. We can't say anything else. Like, I want to say it's her time to show up for the family, but it feels like it's almost her time to show up for the family. Because at this point, it's like, you've been through all the drama. He's shown you the man he's going to be and trying to be for your family. Now, what happens? Now, from your perspective, what happens? Because you can't just sit here in silence. This is not a silence time for the family. This is not where everyone be quiet and let Will do everything and let Dad run the show and figure it out for himself. No. It's time for everyone to come together, support the father, you know, or even to this point of just supporting him as a person. Cause it's just like he's trying and he's just needs that outlet for someone somewhere, please. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me, but that's all I gotta say about that, honestly.
Bradley Cooper is such a radical.
Bradley Cooper's tough.
Bro, he's so. I'm sorry. I know it's really random. That's such a radical dude. That's the only way I can explain him with words. I can't call him awesome, great, cool, tough. I can't even say that. Just radical. I feel like that just fits him really well. Like he's a radical actor. He's him and Michael Cera. Was that Michael Cera? That wasn't Michael Cera. That wasn't Michael Cera.
All right, well, give us your thoughts. Did we get it right? Did we get it wrong? Let us know in the comments.